Hi guys, I am back. What I wanted to talk about today was something that was released on Monday, so August 9th. So there's a group called BTS, which I'm really into, and then one of their main rap lines named Suga, just dropped his mixtape under the name Agust D, so that's kind of exciting. Agust D. Actually, it's really exciting. He was my favorite member of BTS, and then everyone's kind of been like anticipating his mixtape since he talked about it in an interview. I don't remember what it was, but he was really excited about it, and he said, "Look forward to my mixtape 2016." So we're really excited, and it dropped, and it's really good. I've listened to it like a bajillion times, I feel like. It was very raw and sad, and I didn't realize how hard it was for him to kind of give up his rap career to become an idol. It was really, really sad. He basically tells everyone who didn't believe in him to fuck off. He discusses his social phobias and his depression and how that kind of led to his OCD issues. So it gets really raw. So I was really shocked. It's kind of sad. So the intro, it's 10 tracks. The intro was Intro DT Suga, featuring DJ Frizz, and it was just like a really fun, hype way to start a CD or a mixtape, so it was really exciting. And then the second song is Agust D. It's self-titled, and it basically is saying how awesome he is and how he doesn't care what anyone thinks and how he came from the bottom to the top. So it was really cool. I liked that a lot. And then Give It To Me was interesting. It was saying that, or how I interpreted it when I read the lyrics, was that, yeah, he has fame, yeah, he has money. If you want to give him more, that's fine, but that's not what he wants. He already has it, but, he doesn't mind. He more wants the respect, the notoriety that comes with being a rapper, being separate from being an idol. So it was really interesting. Then he did a skit track. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 is a skit, and it's him and his brother having a conversation and how he's thanking his brother for always supporting him and being there for him, and that's really what kept him going. And then his brother's like, "Of course, I'll always support you," and I was like, that is so sweet. And then we have 724 148, which is him talking about his high school, kind of underground days, and then how hard training life was moving to Gangnam and seeing all these rich kids just blowing their money on alcohol and saying they have no money, and him working a part-time job, practicing, never sleeping, and how much bullshit there was, and how hard it was, but he never gave up. And then 140 503 at Dawn is the next song, and it's also, I like this one a lot. He talks about getting a social phobia and how it was really hard, and how it was just really hard to relate to people, basically, and it was kind of sad. This album made a lot of people worried for him, but he does go and say in one of the songs that he's okay now, that he's done battling this for now, because it's an ongoing cycle. So I'm sorry, it is so hot in here. I'm melting. And then The Last is the next song, and it's basically again addressing all of his depression and stuff. And I believe The Last is a song where he says it's not that he wouldn't show me the money, it's not that he wouldn't be on Show Me the Money, but he doesn't want to. He could, but he's not going to, which is really interesting. And I think he's bashing a lot of people in it too, so it was interesting. I really liked this track. Tony Montana, he he is inspired by Scarface, so I thought that was really cool. And like the whole idea of Tony Montana's character in Scarface, if you haven't seen it, is someone that has he's obviously a mafia. It's a mafia movie, so he basically built himself from like being poor, having nothing, to being very successful as like a mob leader and drug cartel leader. So he was very powerful and very influential. So the fact that he compares himself to Tony Montana is pretty cool. So Suga, Tony Montana together, I like that. So that was really cool. And then he has the interlude Dream Reality, which was really cool because this is where you really get to see his compositional skills and his producing skills, and he takes his kind of like more classical music, piano music background, infuses it with this very solid hip-hop foundation. And so even though there's like no words, it's like a great break in between all these very raw, very strong songs. So it's like a nice, like, it's refreshing. It's really refreshing. And then my favorite track is the last track, track 10, and that is So Far Away, and it features Suran. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I really like her. She does a lot of good stuff. And I was surprised they ended up collabing because I would have never saw that. She's like an indie singer, and then he's Agust D, Suga, Minyungi. But it was a really, really great collaboration. Their tones really worked well together, and this song is about, you know, not wanting to do anything, not having enough motivation, but in the end you should still pick yourself up and still try, and battle through all of your issues and don't ever give up. And I cried when I read the lyrics to the song. I mean, I knew the song was sad, but then I looked at it and I read the lyrics and I was just in tears. So yeah, it was awesome. Yeah. I don't know. I will link in the little description box all of like his mixtape, where to get it. It's free if you want to download it and give it a listen. I mean, you can find it on YouTube. I can like link YouTube stuff too. But it's really good, and I'm really proud of him. And you know, I've been a fan since they debuted. So yeah, go Suga. Yeah, it's just raw and it's real, and you know, he's almost outshined his like BTS self with this Agust D. This is where he really, you know, shows himself, and I think it's great. So I know this is really cheesy and no one probably cares, but I wanted to talk about it because he's my favorite member, and I've been so excited for this mixtape, and this is probably going to be the mixtape to my fall semester, which means I'll be crying a lot, but it's okay. So thank you for watching. I'll link everything down in the links below, and yay, bye guys.